sports coverage of the National Football League. Brings us to Indianapolis, Indiana, where they fire up the crowd with the striking of the anvil, as it's time for football at Lucas Oil Stadium. Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap. It's the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Indianapolis Colts. Mike Tirico and Greg Olson with you. The All-Pro Chris Boswell with the honors. Off we go from Indianapolis. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Colts offense going to take the field here for the first time. They're led by the former first-round pick out of Duke, quarterback Daniel Jones.
Now, this is the type of quarterbacks that just give defensive coordinators nightmares. They stay up all night thinking, okay, what is the best way to defend him? Do we treat him as a runner? Do we treat him as a passer? And I think that's really where the most stress comes in, Mike, is you want to make sure you don't let him kill you with his legs downfield as a runner, but it's also his ability to extend plays as a passer that really creates a lot of stress on your back-end coverage, and that's where those big plays can come. So it's a big challenge. They know it, and we'll find out early on what the plan is.
Maybe a couple there. It's third down.
And while that run wasn't anything really to write home about, what it allows them to do, Mike, is keep everything in the playbook at their disposal. Third and short, now it's up to these coaches to dial up their best short yardage play and extend this drive.
Jones going to try and throw on third down. Oh, and that throw not able to be pulled in. It's incomplete. Looked like he may have got a little ahead of himself there. And it's going to bring up fourth down.
Remember what they told us, Mike, leading up to this game. They said it is so critical for us to find success, especially on third down. We want to maintain possession, extend these drives. Well, the first crack comes up and they fail through the air, and we're going to have to regroup and be able to have better success throughout the remainder of this game.
On the return, it's Austin. And he's going to be brought down after a short return, and that's where his team will get possession of the football. Well, here come the Steelers, and that's the sight that looks odd, but people were looking to see after keeping us waiting all spring. Year 21 in the league for Aaron Rodgers, his first as the Steelers quarterback.
You know, it's funny how time flies, Mike, and we won't call him old. We'll just call him experienced. And here's a guy who's been doing this for a really long time at a high level, and he's going to hope that some of that experience works in his favor today. And when he plays well, this is proven to be a really hard team to beat.
Working out of the under pressure, and down he goes. They got him. Zaire Franklin getting in to drop him. It's a loss of 6, and it's third down.
The best thing they did here, Mike, is keep their rush lane integrity. What that means is you have to rush the quarterback as a unit. Keep him in the pocket. Keep him on that X. And when you do, man, he becomes a sitting duck for this pass rush.
So, backed up after the sack, and now it's third and long. From the shotgun, it's A-Rod. He's got his man, complete to Wilson. 15-yard pickup there. Good for a Steeler first down.
First down, Pittsburgh.
Third downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on third downs, that is a recipe for success.
On play action, Rodgers. That's caught right side. It's Freiermuth. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up second and 5.
There's no more efficient play in the NFL, Mike, than the play-action passing game, and you can see here why. You make the defense have to honor both the run and the pass, and he's able to pick up a nice gain to his tight end.
Here's a handoff to Warren. Trying to find some place to go, but nothing developing. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 1.
But after that negative run, I think this changes the play call now on 3rd down. So this offensive line has to be a lot better on 1st and 2nd down to gain positive yards. Stay on track because you don't want to be in 3rd and pass too often in today's NFL.
He's going to air one out for Metcalf. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down.
And they got the look they were hoping for, one-on-one on the outside. He's just unable to hold on to it through contact, and I think that was a big opportunity missed.
On 4th down, it's Corliss Waitman out to punt. Anthony Gould deep for Indy. And we will not have a return on this one. Ball's going to hit and continue out of bounds. The Colts offense going to take over now for the 2nd time. They'll search for the first points of this game as they begin the drive on 1st and 10. To start this on the ground, it's Taylor. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield. 13 yards to start that drive. And a quick 1st down.
And these are the explosive runs that open everything up. There's all this conversation about the value of the run game, but when you take a look at the best running teams, Mike, it's not necessarily how many yards they run for, it's how many big plays do they generate on the ground. And when you can generate big plays on the ground, it makes everything so much more difficult for the defense. Looked like that might have been an RPO, a run-pass option. The quarterback has the ability to put the ball in the belly of the running back or pull it on the pass. Looked like you might have been better off pulling that one because he handed it off, and there was nowhere for that running back to go.
Working from the gun, it's Jones. And he'll get about 3 here on 2nd down before he's out of bounds.
Out of bounds across midfield at the 48.
They need 8 as they come up for 3rd down. From the gun, it's Jones. Pass right side to down. They pick up 17 through the air. That's good for a Colts 1st down.
That's good for a Colts. 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
And that's a nice grab for his first catch of the game, Mike. And he's someone that the play caller has told us he wants to get him early touches, get him a feel for the game. A nice job there making that happen.
Jones keeping this one. And he'll force his way forward, maybe a yard. 2nd down coming up.
They went to the design quarterback run, and there just wasn't a lot of space for the quarterback to operate. You can see him kind of waiting for some of the blocks to develop. Never transpired. Didn't get a whole lot going. Short game.
From the 31, here's 2nd and 9. Shotgun now for Jones. He'll dump this off to Taylor. Complete. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down.
That's a gain of 4.
Defensive coordinators preach all the time, play pass defense with vision. It's exactly the case here. They're able to rally to the ball, keep that to a short gain.
3rd down, they need 5. He'll get this out to the left. And a good short tackle right there. It stops him a good distance short of the marker. It sets up 4th down.
I think this is one of those plays that when the ball carrier watches this back in the film room tomorrow, he's going to be a little frustrated with himself. If he could just have made that one guy miss, he picks up the 1st down. Instead, he gets brought down short of the sticks. And now they got a 4th down decision to make.
Schrader's kick is good. And the Colts are out to an early 3-0 lead.
Defense.
That's the danger. They try to sell out and block it. Instead, get the roughing call, and it results in a first down. Taylor gets it out of the pistol. And he's able to force his way through one man, but he can only muster about a yard on that play. Second down.
2 yards.
So these, Mike, are the body blow runs. They're not big gains. They're nothing fancy. But they really set that physical tone for the rest of the game where now a good play caller can use some of these early runs to set up something a little bit bigger down the road.
Now, Jones. That's caught by the first-round pick, Tyler Warren. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
Recognizing the blitz is just the first step in the process for a quarterback understanding who you can account for with the protection and then who you can't account for. That's where your hot receiver comes in. He points to his receiver, who the defender they're hot off of. That guy comes, gets the ball out of his hand, and results in a completion.
From the gun on third down, Jones. And they'll stop him just short of the goal line, but they are going to have enough to convert. It's going to be first and goal.
That's another Colts first down.
And this is the blueprint, Mike. The ability to sustain and maintain possession and methodically move the ball down the field in the process. The defense has had no answers up until this point, and now the next step is, can they come away with 6? Because anything less than that, after this long drive, would be a bit of a letdown. That was a perfectly timed hit, and I think it actually saved 6 points, Mike. He got there just as the ball did, and I think it was the contact that separated him from the ball.
Another shot from the 1 on second and goal. Taylor is going to take this one in for a Colts touchdown.
When you think back to their first possession of this game, Mike, it resulted in a punt. Not exactly the fast start the coaches told us was so important as this game unfolds. They get the ball back for possession 2. Now they try to find some rhythm, find their identity of the game plan, and they come away with 6. So that's how you bounce back in this league. It's not always going to be perfect. Really nice job settling into this game here with their second possession.
The PAT up and good. And the Colts will take a 7-0 lead. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Johnson now to return. And this will work out quite well. He'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line. The Steelers offense ready to see what they can do on their second possession. On the ground, it's Warren to start the drive. And he'll plow forward for a gain of 4 yards.
He's tackled at the 34-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup. Second and 6.
From the 34-yard line, here's second and 6. From the gun, Rodgers. And that's a first down. It will be a gain of 8.
An 8-yard pickup. First down, Steelers.
We are through 1. 7-0 is our score. We'll come back to Indianapolis in a moment. The Steelers with the football to begin the second quarter. Set to go now on first and 10 as we are ready to get back underway. A first down throw from Rodgers. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They got him. The second-year man from UCLA, Latu in there for the sack. He forced his way through. A loss of 9.
Impressive play by the defensive end here, Mike. It's his technique. It put him in position to not only make the play, but it's that closing speed that's allowed him to finish it off.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Rodgers now. That's complete to his running back, Kenneth Gainwell. And he'll be taken down after a gain of 9 and 3rd down. Coming up.
Well, this is a great example of the old saying, Mike. You never go broke taking a profit. Give credit to this quarterback. I know it's not the big explosive play he was looking for, but getting the ball into the hands of his running back, allow him to pick up some extra yardage after the catch.
On 3rd down, Rodgers. He's got a man. It's Metcalf. A pickup of 14 on that one. That's a Steeler 1st down.
And a Steeler 1st down.
You just can't ask for better protection than that, especially on 3rd down. Clean pocket, tons of time for the quarterback to work through his progression. And at this level, if you give quarterbacks that amount of time, chances are they're going to find somebody downfield.
And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
There's very few defenses in today's NFL, Mike, that you can play the cornerback position and be unwilling to tackle. Those days are kind of over, so give credit to this guy. I mean, he identified run, he understood his leverage and gap fit, and he's able to bring him down for no gain.
2nd down, Rodgers. Over the middle, Metcalf has it. And they'll take this down inside the 35. His 2nd grab on this drive, good for 11 yards, but most importantly, a 1st down.
Zone route running, Mike, is very simple. Once you come off the line of scrimmage after the ball is snapped and you know it's zone coverage, as long as it's sort of in the area the quarterback expects you to be, my rule was just run where they're not. And when he throws it,
and he'll take this one in. Pat Fryermuth, touchdown Steelers.
just a beautiful ball there by the quarterback. And the point I want to make here, Mike, and make sure the viewer understands is, in the NFL, if you have to wait for a guy to be open and then deliver the ball, it's too late. So often these quarterbacks throw their guy open. They anticipate where the void in the coverage is going to be. That's exactly the reason this play worked out here, Mike, and he's able to connect here for a big touchdown.
Chris Boswell on for the point after. The kick is good, and the Steelers will level things out at 7 apiece. So back to level after the touchdown, and time for the kickoff. Anthony Gould now to return. He'll get across the 20, mark him down at the 23-yard line. Here's Jonathan Taylor and the Colts offense heading back for their next possession. They'll work in a tie game here in the second quarter and get started with 1st and 10. A quick throw on this RPO, and Downs has it. He's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9 at the 25-yard line.
From the 25, here's 2nd and 9. Here's Jones to throw. The 2nd down throw is incomplete.
They tried to go with the quick game here in hopes they could do something with it after after the catch, but I don't think everyone was necessarily on the same page, and this ends up being a wasted down.
3rd down and 9. Back to throw is Jones. And that is incomplete.
And barring an aggressive decision here on 4th down, it just seemed like a really wasted possession to go 3 and out, not able to pick up a single 1st down. Not only do you not able to gain any field position advantage, it really takes a lot of the wind out of your sails as you find yourself jogging off the field and the punt team coming on.
Here's Rigoberto Sanchez now as he's on to punt for the 2nd time. A fair catch. He's going to call it and take it right around his own 30-yard line. Steelers offense and Aaron Rodgers getting ready to go once more. Rodgers on 1st down. This one is complete along the sideline. A very nice job to fit that ball in. It'll be a modest gain.
This is why the timing of these routes is so critical. If that ball is thrown a little bit later, he's unable to keep his feet in bounds, but instead the quarterback is on time and accurate, and the receiver does a nice job not only securing the catch, but ensuring that both feet remain in bounds.
This one grabbed by Austin, and he'll be taken down. The gain is 6, and it's a new set of downs. He picked up the 1st down.
Really nice job here by the quarterback, understanding what did he need to pick up a fresh set of downs. In this case, that underneath drag route was all it took. Get the ball into the hands of your receiver, pick up a 1st down.
Off the play fake, Rodgers. The pressure gets there, and down he goes. The Michigan man, Quiddy Hay, in there to drop him that time. It's a loss of 7.
Let's give a lot of credit to the defensive plan that this coaching staff has come up with coming into today's game. Every time it seems like the offense makes an adjustment, the defense counterpunches. Different looks, different fronts, different pressure packages. They have had all the answers so far, and the sacks just keep piling up.
That's over the middle, but it's incomplete.
And that sideline just cannot believe their guy did not come down with that play. I mean, that's as easy as it gets. I frankly don't blame him. I mean, that's a play at this level you just have to make. Your teammates are dependent on it.
3rd and a long way to go. Rodgers. There's a short one caught by Freiermuth. And he'll be stopped short of a 1st down, and that will necessitate a call to the punt team. It's 4th down.
When you throw the ball short of the sticks on 3rd down, you're relying heavily on the yards after the catch. So give credit to the defense here. Once the ball carrier had the ball, multiple guys around him, corralled him, take him down short of the sticks.
Here's Corliss Waitman now, and he'll be looking for something better after that poor 1st punt. That's a nice job of making things more manageable for this offense as he takes it back beyond the 25-yard line. The Colts offense ready to take over possession of the football. Our throw here, right side, falls incomplete. Tyler Warren, the man he was looking for there. And it'll bring up 2nd down.
So I actually really like the concept of the pass play, and I think if we see a little bit better pass protection, even just a second longer, that's probably a completed pass, but I think the pressure just sped his clock up just enough, Mike, that he wasn't able to get that ball exactly where it needed to be.
And this one is caught by Pierce. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down.
That's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and 3.
They'll empty out the backfield and line up for 3rd and 3. Here's Jones. He gets this one complete to Pittman. And He's going to have the first down taken down after a short pickup of 5, but it will keep the drive going.
Really nice job there to move the chains early in this drive, but now as they approach midfield, continue to keep your foot on the gas. Don't get conservative. Don't start sitting on the ball. Cross midfield and go. Anytime you find yourself in your opponent's side of the field, you have to be thinking points.
And he'll only manage a couple of yards before he's out of bounds.
Well, let's give some credit to the big boys up front in the trenches. They knew that blitz was coming. They held up just long enough that the quarterback could get that ball out safely and results in a completion.
Ball on the 40 now. Here's 2nd and 7. Again, they'll throw with Jones. Going over the middle and taken in by Pittman. And they bring him down, but not until he crosses midfield. 11 yards for number 11. And a first down.
There's this misconception out there, Mike, that in the NFL, you have to run the same amount of run plays as you do pass plays. And as you're seeing in this drive, you can fall on one side of that coin a little bit more as long as you're able to remain effective and efficient. So far, their passing game has dominated here early, and that last pickup leads to a first down. This is one of those throws where you're hoping you do most of the damage after the catch, but give credit to the defense. Once that ball was caught, they were on him quickly, and there was nowhere for him to go after the catch.
Ball spotted at the 45. Here's 2nd down and 7. Throw to the right flat. It is caught. And that's going to be a first down. A pickup of 9. 2 minutes to play. First half, all tied at 7. We'll come back to Indianapolis after this. 1st and 10 now from the 36. Jones to the air again. The all-pro Cameron Hayward getting through there to drop him for a loss of 6.
And we've seen this time and time again. When this guy is in a groove like he is here, I mean, he's impossible to block. I mean, the offensive line, they've got to come up with a better plan to slow him down, or he's going to completely wreck this game.
In motion comes Pittman. Working from the gun, it's jump. The pressure gets there again, and again he goes down. That's Chuck Clark in from his safety spot to record the sack.
Sacks are drive killers. And again, sacks in my mind are more of a quarterback stat than they are an offensive line stat. You have to have a clock in your head to understand where the weakness of the protection is, where I got to go with the ball if I'm hot, and at the end of it.
And the defense unrelenting, a 3rd consecutive sack. The Steelers going to use one of their timeouts, and they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go in this first half. On comes the punter now, as he's on to punt for Indianapolis. And this will not be returnable, as this kick will go out of bounds. The Steelers offense can see what they can do in the final minute of this first half. First down for Aaron. He finds Metcalf on the slant. Now Pittsburgh will bang a timeout here. That's their 2nd. They get the stoppage with just over 50 seconds to play in this first half.
Really nice timing on that slant route. You can tell the quarterback and the wide receiver are completely on the same page, and when executed at that level, it's virtually impossible to stop.
Here's 2nd and 2. Working out of the gun, it's Rodgers. That's out wide to Warren. And that's going to be a first down. A pickup of 9. And now the Steelers going to use their third and final timeout as the clock stops with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. From the shotgun, it's A-Rod. Right back to Warren again.
Receiver just finds himself in a really nice groove, and there's these weird times in the game, Mike, where it just seems like every ball comes your way, every play they call, you're wide open, and you just find yourself in one of those grooves that athletes talk about. So they got to continue to ride the hot hand, because right now on that field, there's no mistaking who it is.
Again, it's Rodgers. He finds Austin with the ground. And they'll take this down inside the 35. That's his third catch of this first half, and good enough for a first down. Halftime coming up, and we'll take you down to Scott Hansen for the EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. Scott Hansen here with an abridged version of the halftime report. Both offenses still trying to find their way. Tight competitive game, though, as we are tied at the half. To find out who will come out on top, let's rejoin our broadcast team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
All right, Scott, thank you very much. Welcome back, everyone, for quarter number 3. Could not ask for more from that first half. All even as we begin quarter number 3. To return is Kenneth Gainwell, and he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The Steelers' offense ready to get going again. They'll have it first in this third quarter. We'll try to break out of this deadlock. We are all even at 7 as they start this drive, first and 10. They'll start this on the ground with Warren. And he'll get maybe a yard. That's it. Zaire Franklin that time there for the tackle.
A gain of a yard. Brings up second and 9.
Here's a second and 9 now from the 29. From the gun, Rodgers. Picked off by the former Niner, Tarvarius Ward. And he's going to give a short field to his offense here as they try to break the tie.
Mike, these are just throws you're not accustomed to seeing, especially from a quarterback that has played this much football. He's been around the NFL for a long time. He's got to make better decisions. Costly mistakes like that are going to kill his team.
The Colts offense ready for their first possession of this second half. They'll have a short field ahead as they look to break our tie. It is first and 10. To throw, it's Jones. They'll set up the screen to Taylor. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up second and 5.
You see so many teams wait till third down to execute their screen game, but I like in this case the play caller changes things up. He uses the screen game on first down, which will have an effect on this pass rush going forward. How aggressive do they want to get after the quarterback? Because they got that screenplay still in the back of their head.
And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line. Call it a gain of 13. First down, Indianapolis.
First and 10 at the 23.
The best offensive play callers in the NFL, Mike, do a great job tying in their under-center run game, like we just saw here, with their under-center play action game. And the ability to make those two things look alike, man, it puts a lot of stress on the defense.
That is caught out wide on the RPO. He's going to be marked down at the 12-yard line. And That's a gain of 11, and they'll move the chains with another first down.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play, and it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest, and that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there. You could just see the frustration on the running back's face as he's getting helped up off the ground, Mike. There was just nowhere to go from the moment he was handed the ball. Give credit to the defense. Great job.
Jones to throw on second down. He'll dump this off to Taylor. Complete. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up third down.
It's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 6.
Gun, it's Jones. And that is incomplete.
Great pass rushers live for third down, especially when they know the offense has to be one-dimensional. And this is a great example here, Mike. They can just pin their ears back and go. They know there is no threat for run. It is a must-pass situation, and for this offense, they're lucky it didn't result in a sack.
Schrader's kick is good. And the Colts will break our tie and take a 10-7 lead.
Job number 1 on this drive, find a way to get the lead. They, of course, would have loved to score a touchdown, Mike. But 3 points here, that's a pretty good consolation prize as it moves them out in front.
On the return, it's Kenneth Gainwell. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. Here comes the Pittsburgh offense now, heading back onto the field. This one has been tight so far. A field goal separating the two sides as this drive kicks off with 1st and 10. To the tight end Freiermuth. And he's got this up close to the 35-yard line. He had their lone touchdown of the game earlier, and he comes through with the catch and a first down in this spot.
Every quarterback's dream is, can I get the ball out of my hand as fast as possible and get it to a guy that can do the rest after the catch? And it seems like nowadays, throughout the entire league, the best offenses thrive in yards after the catch.
And they get this one across midfield to the 47-yard line. 2 plays, 2 nice pickups to start the drive. This one a gain of 18.
Well, after not having much success in the first half, they're able to get something going on the ground here to start the third quarter. I'd love to see the play caller mix in some play action, mix in some pass game. That should open up some of these holes for better situations to run the ball.
And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. 18 on the gain again, and another first down.
The defender has to do a better job here, Mike, of getting depth. He wants to elevate that ball to give his secondary defender a chance to make a play. He gets too much width, not enough depth, and a quarterback like this is going to take advantage.
On the handoff, this is Warren, and he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
He does a nice job coming from his safety position, filling his run gap assignment. Keeps this to a modest gain at best.
Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's 2nd down and 9. They'll stay on the ground with Warren. And he is not going to get away. Might have gotten a yard, but it will set up 3rd down.
Tackled at the 27-yard line. It's a gain of a yard. And it's 3rd down.
Rodgers. He'll let this go towards the end zone. And on 3rd down, that ball incomplete. DK Metcalf was the intended target. And now it's 4th down.
So I like the aggressiveness of the call, but as the rest of the game unfolds, Mike, there needs to be better overall execution. A little bit cleaner. Next thing you know, they're going to hit some of those big shots.
Boswell's kick is good. And the Steelers will level the score at 10 apiece.
So touchdowns are always the primary goal of every drive, but when you find yourself down 3 here in the second half, you've just got to find a way to tie the game up, and they were able to do that here.
So the field goal ties things up, and we're back at it as this kicks away. Ashton Doolin now to return it. And they'll bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line. The Colts offense starting to trot out for this next possession. Low-scoring game, all tied, third quarter, and a touchdown here could go a long way. See if they can get it on this drive. 1st and 10. On 1st down, they'll start with Taylor. Not much to speak of on that one, maybe a gain of a yard. It's 2nd down.
A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9.
Fake the handoff. Now Jones. And he'll be stopped short of 1st down. He's able to look it in and get forward for a pickup of about 8.
This is a great example of why teams want to stay out of what they call passing downs, where a defense doesn't have to honor the run. In this case, they do. And, man, the play-action pass just works off of that and can really lead to some chunk plays.
They'll go with the sneak. Trying to find any seam he can, but the push too strong in the middle. He didn't get there. It's 4th down.
And the Colts, 1st down.
Well, here's where you really see the value of having a good run game. 3rd and short, 4th and short, the ability to just keep it simple, win up front, turn around, hand the ball to your back, and to say, okay, more likely than not, we're going to get a fresh set of downs, maintain possession, and now continue to find opportunities to go generate points.
On the give, this is Taylor. Able to make one man miss, but that's all. They get him. Take him down behind the line.
This is pretty impressive from the big guy in the middle, Mike. I mean, typically we see these guys make most of their plays on the interior of the defense. They're big bodies, they're run stuffers. But look at the athleticism here as he's able to get outside the numbers and make the tackle behind the line of scrimmage.
Defender draped all over him. Incomplete. Good work to body him up and set up a 3rd down.
It's now 3rd down and 14.
Sometimes it's those footsteps. I don't care how long you've been playing or at what level you've been playing at. When that defender's bearing down, you really get a good idea of what guys are willing to go through contact to secure a catch, and in this case, what guys are under.
He'll look deep for Pittman. And this ball incomplete on 3rd down.
And you get a sense that in a really tight game like this, it's that one play that's going to tip the scales either way. So they come out swinging for the deep one on that one. They can't quite link up, but keep swinging. Keep generating those chunk plays, because typically in the NFL, chunk plays equal points.
And that is good coverage by the punt team as they meet him and bring him down. The Steelers offense ready to see what they can do. Operating from their own 23, they'll begin 1st and 10. They run out of the gun with Warren. And they'll mark him down just shy of the 40. It's a gain of 16, and very quickly a 1st down.
16 yards. And the Steelers 1st down.
The ability to be effective on 1st down, Mike, it just makes everything else easier. In the event you do have to face a 3rd down the road, they're usually a lot more manageable situations, a lot easier to convert.
Once again, it's Warren. He'll work his way forward for about 3 yards. Zaire Franklin that time, there for the tackle.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
From the 43, here's 2nd down and 7. They send Freiermuth, the tight end, in motion. Rodgers to throw. And he finds his tight end, Freiermuth. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down.
And this is where the versatility of the tight end position really starts coming into play. Not only do they have to line up with their hand on the ground, but they can occasionally split out in the slot. And man, they're too fast for linebackers, and a lot of times they're too big for defensive backs.
3rd and short yardage, it's Rodgers. And it'll be brought down as we tick towards the end of this 3rd quarter.
A gain of 13 yards.
So, points at a premium. Defensive battle so far as we are through 3. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. They send Freiermuth, the tight end, in motion. A-Rod down to throw on 1st down. And he can't hang on through the contact. Incomplete. Good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. It'll bring up 2nd down.
I got high standards for offensive players, but in this case, Mike, I think I'm giving all the credit to the defender. He timed that one up perfectly, and what could have been an easy play ends up as an incomplete.
To the air once more, it's Rodgers. That's deep for the back of the end zone. And that is incomplete. Roman Wilson was the intended target. And 3rd down coming up.
So, of course, you prefer to connect on that throw, but think about it like this, Mike. The more they continue to test this defense, shorter passes underneath.
That'll be caught. It's Metcalf. 14 yards on that pass play there. Good for 8. So now Shane Steichen unhappy with the last call, and out comes the challenge flag.
Previous play is under review.
At issue, was he able to stay in bounds? The NFL rules, you're looking for either 2 feet or a body part that is not a hand to be down with possession of the ball. No bobbling, the ball not moving around. He has control, so that's what the referee is looking at here. So the challenge is not successful, and that will cost them the first of their 3 timeouts for the half. And that is caught on the right sideline, but it's out of bounds, says the official who was right there. Not the most accurate pass. It's incomplete, and it's 2nd down.
Timing and anticipation, those are the critical elements anytime you're throwing a ball outside of the numbers. If the quarterback waits too long, Mike, that receiver just gets closer and closer to the sideline and just makes what should have been a much easier throw and catch an incomplete pass.
And he's going to get out of bounds with the 1st down. Double as good there. They get the 1st down and save a timeout.
That's a heck of a run right here, Mike. Tie game, 4th quarter. Everything's on the line. Can you win in the trenches? Can the threat of that run continue to balance off the pass? And that's a big gain there as they try to go take this lead.
And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
Well, that defense had that pegged from the jump, Mike. They tried to catch him a little off guard by doing a jet sweep to the wide receiver. There was no going anywhere on the outside. Great pursuit by the defense. No gain.
2nd and 10. Rodgers now. This is caught at 2. And the Steelers are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them down to the 1.
You never know which play is going to be the one that sways the game in your favor, and that could be it right there. I mean, to set up 1st and goal with that last pass completion, now they can really take their time. There is an element of working some of this clock down. You know you at least have a field goal try, if not a touchdown. The last piece of the puzzle is just don't give the ball back to your opponent with too much time to go down and answer your score. This defense is able to get the hold here on first down, Mike, but they might have to do it 3 more times. I think if I'm this offense, I'm saying this is 4-down territory. I've got 3 more shots to gain 1 yard.
And he barrels his way into the end zone. Jalen Warren, touchdown Pittsburgh. Greg, every touchdown counts the same, but the ones you get in the fourth quarter, they are the ones that feel a little more important.
Yeah, now that pressure shifts to your defense, your offense was able to go out and get the lead here late. Does your defense have enough left in them to get 1 more stop?
Boswell now for the extra point. He's got it. And the Steelers go up by 7. It is now 17-10.
Colts 10. Chris Boswell.
So the lead is 7 now. Here in this fourth quarter, the tie has been broken. Let's see what happens on this kickoff. Here's Gould on the return. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. Here's the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over once more. On 1st and 10, here's Jones. He'll try to hit him with a screen. And he'll be taken down all the way up past the 45. That's a gain of 21 to open this drive.
First down.
I like the call. Using the screen as a drive starter to pick up a chunk play and get this offense into some rhythm. It's clear this offensive play caller anticipated the rush of the defense, and he was able to use it against them.
Zone read, it's a give to Taylor. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. 2 nice play calls here to kick off the drive. 15 more on that one.
First down.
And what a start to this drive. A little bit of everything. First, you get the explosive pass to start it out, and then you follow it up on the ground, picking up good yardage. The ability to weave back and forth as a play caller, it just puts so much pressure on the defense.
That's Pierce in motion. Now Jones on the bootleg. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete.
Up until that incompletion, they've done a really nice job on this drive, Mike, picking up fresh sets of downs. And typically, throwing the ball on first down is a great way to do it. But now they find themselves in 2nd and 10. Do you keep it in the air and try to get the first down here? Or is the idea to just make 3rd down manageable and take your chances picking up a key 3rd down?
And nice work there after the catch. He's a little short of the first down after a gain of 7.
3rd and 3.
Big play coming up. This is 3rd down. Shotgun now for Jones. That's over the middle and taken in. He's got it. And he's going to have the first down. It is a gain of 6. Good conversion on 3rd down.
For another Colts.
Critical 3rd down conversion there, Mike. Now brings up a fresh set of downs. You find yourself here trailing in the 4th quarter. They got to go down and score, and they got to score fast.
On the handoff, it's Taylor. He steers clear of the first tackle and working his way forward for a gain of about 4.
And as of right now, they find themselves trailing at the moment, but it's certainly not because of the ground game. I mean, he's averaging over 4 yards per carry. Just hasn't been enough to overcome some of their shortcomings elsewhere.
They go right back to Taylor. And he'll get the first down there, a pickup of about 5 yards.
It just seems like every time this guy touches the ball, he makes something happen, and not all of his runs are always going to be positive. He's kind of one of those guys that's going to get a 0, a 1, a 2, but it's the home run threat. It's the big plays that really tip the scales in your favor, and when you can generate those big explosive plays on the ground, man, it makes such a big difference for the offense.
He'll take this forward for about 5.
And these are body blows on any defense. This quarterback has the ability to make guys miss and do a lot of damage in the run game. And that's a nice pickup there.
They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. A run with the former K-State product, DJ Giddens. Oh, making defenders look silly out there on his way into the end zone. DJ Giddens. Touchdown, Colts. A huge touchdown there in the 4th quarter, and now just a point away from tying the game.
And that's one of those drives, Mike, where you know your best is needed. Can you come through here late and give your team a chance? They're an extra point away from tying this thing up, and we got ourselves a ball game.
So they're not level yet. A critical extra point attempt to follow. The kick is good, and that will tie this game here in the 4th quarter. All even. 4th quarter, everything we've wanted. What's in store in the remaining time? And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. Steelers offense and Aaron Rodgers getting ready to go once more. And he has been masterful so far leading this offense, keeping the mistakes to a minimum, on point with his passes, generally one step ahead of the defense all game long. Not much there, maybe a yard.
He's tackled at the 29-yard line. A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
From the 29, here's 2nd and 8. Throwing, Rodgers. This one grabbed by Austin. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
Just take what the defense is giving you. When you can stay ahead of the chains and just take these easy pitch and catch throws underneath, hitch routes, quick game, now it puts you in a lot more favorable down and distances to eventually attack this defense a little bit more downfield.
He's got his man. Complete to Wilson. They get 16 on that connection. That's a Steeler first down.
Steelers.
You get in these situations, 3rd down, tie game, 4th quarter. I mean, this is really where your quarterback makes his money. You are going to put your faith and say, all right, what is the best play for this offense to execute? And the game really rests in the hands of your quarterback. And he continues to come up with these 3rd down pickups and continues to extend this drive. He's got a shot to come away the hero and win this game here late.
Out of bounds at the 47-yard line. A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's 2nd down. Off the play fake, Rodgers. And complete, it's Metcalf. And he'll move this ball way down into the red zone, inside the 20-yard line.
First down,
A pickup there of 28 yards.
Anytime you're facing a zone defense, you're working from your first progression all the way through. But when guys are open in this level, Mike, they don't stay open very long. So what they taught us as receivers, if you're open, stay open. And if you're not open, you better get open quick because that ball is coming out.
Plenty of time, all 3 timeouts left. It's 1st and 10. Now it's Gainwell. He was looking for that cutback lane, but it never developed. Tracked down behind the line.
Just a little too much east and west there for my liking. I understand what they're trying to do, getting the ball out on the perimeter, but on these early downs, plant your foot and get downhill. Great job by the defense stringing it out, and they're able to force them down for a loss.
Here comes 2nd down. They'll drop to throw. That's caught. Right side. It's fire move.
Now, breaking routes, Mike, especially outside of the numbers, everything is about the timing. If you're late with the throw, you're going to be watching that defensive back take that thing the other way for 6.
No challenge flags in the last 2 minutes from the sideline.
Previous play
All
is
second
under
looks
review.
will come from replay, and I think the referee's been buzzed here to get another look at this call, and it is a big one. So that is what you want. You know, sometimes it takes time, but they do get it right, and this call will stand. A throw on the move is caught, and he's close to the goal line. Won't have the touchdown, but he does pick it up on 3rd down. Here is 1st and goal. Here's Warren. And he barrels his way into the end zone. Jalen Warren, touchdown Steelers. His 2nd TD of the game, and this one gives his team the lead.
Make no mistake about it, he may get the glory, but that does not happen without unbelievable blocking up front. So let's give the big guys all the credit in the world. He's able to displace the defense right there at the point of attack, and that's about as easy a goal line touchdown as you're going to see all year.
Boswell adds the extra point, and the Steelers will go up by 7.
Colts 17.
So the lead is 7 now. Here in this 4th quarter, the tie has been broken. Let's see what happens on this kickoff. On the return, it's Doolin. Nice job by the return team as he takes it across the 30-yard line. The Colts offense ready to get back at it. This is 1st and 10. Working from the gun, it's Jones. And he'll be forced out of bounds a yard or so shy of the marker, but it is a gain of 9 on 1st down.
The best guys I've been around, Mike, they have a sense where they can see the ball, but they can feel the sideline. And that's kind of an innate sense that these guys have that allows them to concentrate and secure the catch and ensuring that both feet remain in bounds.
To throw, it's Jones. The throw here is complete. And he's going to get out of bounds with the 1st down. Ideal circumstance there. They get the 1st down and preserve that final timeout. Here's Jones. To the left side and taken in by down. And he'll be hauled down at about the 35-yard line. They gain 18 yards on that one. That's good for a Colts 1st down.
At the 35-yard line.
Jones to the air again. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5. The Colts will signal for their 3rd and final timeout. It comes with 36 seconds remaining in this 4th quarter.
Focus, boys. Focus.
Here's 2nd down. Again, it's Jones. That one complete to Pierce. And This takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line.
Colts.
Number 14 with a pickup of 14.
First and 10
And a
at the
first down.
16-yard line.
As the saying goes, Mike, you need your big-time players to make big-time plays, and the moment doesn't get bigger than this. Find yourself down. A touchdown gives you a chance to win this thing in regulation, and I think they got a shot.
And he's brought down, but they are out of timeouts. So this one, a win for the visiting Steelers. They were the aggressors from the start, able to dictate the pace of play, and in the end, they come away with the victory. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olson and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. With that, we say so long, everyone.